Alright, so we've got the Minibrute here, and I just got it in yesterday, and I also picked up a Way Huge Swollen Pickle Jumbo Fuzz MK2. This is a germanium analog fuzz pedal. It has a filter scoop on it. It's got the crunch and filter knob here. You got your loudness knob here, sustain here. Inside of it, it's got more pots that you can tool around with the filter a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the difference in sound running it through here. What I've also done is I've taken, well, let me just play first, then I'll show you. So yeah, what that is I've got the Minibrute running through the Swollen Pickle, all right, and it has its own filter, so I can sweep that. What I've also done is we have the brute factor on the Minibrute, which routes the output back to the input internally. But what you also have is, because you have phono out, you can run an effects chain and then run that back to your input as well. So what I've done is I've just run the phono out into the Dan Echo and run that back to the input, and you can get kind of weird phasing feedback by doing that as well. And I also noticed that when you do that, you have much more fine control over how much feedback you have, and how much distortion it's going to introduce when you're using the phono and the audio in. Basically you have two controls there. So it's a little bit easier to manage it. When you get really high on the brute factor, it's really easy for it to just go out of control. So that's an interesting way of doing it. And then you can also add both together. Turn on the brute factor, turn that up a little bit, add in some of that audio in, and kind of combine them together, and you get interesting harmonics and tones out of it that way as well. Overall, so far, like I said, I just got this yesterday, so I'm still going through it and having fun with it. I'm looking forward to playing with the CV in a little bit, plugging it up with some other synths. But so far, I absolutely love this thing. I'm head over heels for it right now. The filter is very distinct. Definitely not a Moog filter. Definitely sounds like its own little beast here. And I like that a lot. And then you add in the Swollen Pickle, which I also just picked up the other day. I picked it up when I picked this up because I just had a feeling that fuzz would go well with it. And it just really kicks it up a notch, in my opinion. The fuzz pedal just sets it off. I love how this thing sounds. So anyway, this is Flux with fluxwithit.com, and I'll put some more videos up soon. If you want to see anything in particular, let me know. Also, remember that the Dystopia Machine Expansion Pack is finished and it's out now for purchase. You can go to fluxwithit.com and there's a link for the Dystopia Machine Expansion Pack. Go ahead and pick that up and support. Anyway, peace.